There is nothing more frustrating than doing an entire wash day only for your curls to turn out not the way you wanted them to. So today I'm going over the 6 most common curly hair problems. I'll break down what they are, what causes them, and how to fix them. Plus I'll be breaking down a great product recommendation that you can use on your wash days. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Barbie. I have transformed over 20,000 heads of hair at least, and I am a professional curly hair coach. I've been able to help that many curlies through one-to-one coaching, videos just like this, and my curly hair subscription, Curls Monthly, where I deliver 5 curly hair products for you to try every single month so you can finally find the best products that work for you. The subscription also includes curly hair coaching as a part of your subscription, so definitely I'll put the link below. I would love to help you fall in love with your hair. So as I promised, let's get into the 6 most common curly hair problems and how to fix them. First up, stringy curls. Stringy curls, what is it? Stringy curls are when individual curls are separated into thin, crispy, or oily strands instead of clumping together to make like nice big curl families. Overall, they just look like string or maybe hay, just whack looking. So what causes this? Number 1, but in no particular order, product buildup. When too many layers of product are sitting on your hair, it prevents moisture from entering. This causes curls to separate into these thin, kind of like stringy pieces rather than forming these juicy curl clumps. The second reason for the stringiness could also be that your hair just wasn't wet enough when you applied your styling products. Curls, especially dry curls, need a lot of water in them when you put on things like gels and mousses and things like that so they can clump together. So especially if you have drier, curlier curls, you definitely want to make sure that your hair is pretty dang wet, like soaking wet, dripping wet when you apply those products. But if you have more of like a looser wave, then you can kind of get away with like not being as wet, but you definitely want to make sure that you're using water in your routine as a product. Like think about how much water you use is just like how much gel you use. It matters that much. Number 3, you're actually just using too much product in general. Overloading your hair with so much product can actually make it stringy. It'll just cause your hair to like kind of separate instead of grouping together. Then lastly, number 4 is there's just not enough moisture on your hair. When your hair is super dry and super dehydrated, it will clump poorly and it'll just look like kind of stringy and damaged and like just weird looking. So how do we fix it? Number 1, you want to make sure that you're clarifying regularly. Clarifying is a type of shampoo that you would replace with your regular shampoo, usually about 1 to 2 times a month, but it depends on the person. And this will just remove buildup, reset your curls back to neutral so you can kind of have a clean canvas to continue on a curl routine with. Number 2, re-wet your hair before styling. So after you get out of the shower, especially if you put a towel to your hair, which I don't recommend doing, but after you get out of the shower, I will literally sit there with a spray bottle and re-wet my hair even though it got out of the shower like 2 to 5 minutes ago. That's how wet some people's hair needs to be when they apply their product. Number 3, use what I call curl math. The easiest way to kind of gauge how much product you should use. So what I like to do is hold my hair in my hand when it's dry and just grab it with my pointer finger and my thumb and then take that hair out, and that is about how much of each product you should use for your entire head of hair. Give or take, if you have really long hair, it's gonna be a little bit different, and if you have really short hair, it's gonna be a little bit different. So it's a good place to start so you can understand how much of each product to use. And number 4, read your curls before wash day. This is something I call intuitive curl care, and you want to pay attention to how your curls look and feel before you wash them. That is going to determine what products you wanna use. So no, you don't wanna use the same exact thing every single time you wash your hair because your hair doesn't want the same exact thing every time you wash it. You should have multiple different products for each product grouping. So like multiple different shampoos, multiple different conditioners. And I know that can get costly, but of course that's where Curls Monthly can come in because you can have all of that at your fingertips. So adjusting your routine will give your hair exactly what it wants, and then it won't be weird. It won't get stringy because you're giving it what it wants. You're not just throwing the same thing on over and over again. Next problem I'm going to address is your hair turning out limp. So here's everything you need to know about limp curls. Limp curls look like soft, undefined curls. They don't really have any bounce or shape, and they almost just look flat. It's usually caused by too much moisture. When your hair is too moisturized, it gets too soft and too heavy, and it causes your curls to be weighed down and it lose their bounce and structure. Number 2, products are too heavy for your curl type. Thick curl creams, heavy gels, and even like deep conditioners or heavy conditioners can coat your hair and weigh it down, especially if you have fine or just wavier hair. Number 3, too much product. Overloading your hair with too much product can actually weigh your hair down. It separates your curls, just like we talked about in the stringy section. And this can even be the case if you're technically using lightweight products. They can still use too much of a lightweight product. Like you can use mousses and sprays, but They could just still be too much for your hair. And number 4, you're not styling for your hair's finish. Your hair's finish is a new term about taking care of curly hair that I created, and it basically determines the overall sheen and shine to your hair. Ignoring this can leave your curls flat. So how do you fix it? Number 1, always read your curls first. This is what I call intuitive curl care. If they're looking floppy or soft or, just blah, skip the heavy things. Skip the conditioners, skip the creams. I literally sometimes even will just recommend people to just shampoo and not even condition on their wash day. Try it before you make fun of it. It works. Instead, opt for like really lightweight protein containing products, because protein will help with that elasticity and that bounce of your hair. And the second thing is to choose lighter weight products. This is when you're gonna leave the curl creams and instead reach for a spray-based leave-in conditioner. Leave the gels and instead reach for a mousse. These things are just lighter in weight and going to help with your curls falling flat. And number 3, style your hair for your hair's finish. As I said before, hair's finish is sort of this new term that I'm creating, but basically it's the overall sheen to your hair. Rough hair finish needs more moisture. Soft hair finish needs more roughness and more protein. Adjust your routine based on your hair's finish so you can make sure that your curls stay bouncy. And if you're confused about what rough or soft finish hair means, I have an entire video as of right now on soft finish, and I have one on rough finish coming soon. So I have all of that on this channel. Now, the third issue, probably the biggest issue that I see people having with their curly hair is frizz. There is nothing more frustrating for you to do an entire curly hair routine just for it to end up frizzy. So let's dive into what's happening. I'm sure you all know what frizz is, but just in case you don't, frizz is a result from lack of moisture in the hair. Making your hair seek moisture from the air around it so it stands up to seek the moisture. So the causes for this, number 1 would definitely be not enough moisture. Dry hair will reach for moisture in the air to hydrate itself. Number 2, overwashing. Please don't wash your hair every day. Washing too much is just not good for any hair type, especially curls. It will strip your curls of its natural oils, leaving your hair super dry. I just don't recommend it. And number 3, re-wetting your hair every day. Constantly soaking your hair in water every single day will dehydrate your curls because it keeps swelling and de-swelling your cuticle, and it will weaken your hair. So how to fix all these things? Number 1, you want to refresh your hair instead of re-wetting your hair. If you feel like your curls look bad, instead of re-wetting it to style it all over again, whether you're shampooing or not, instead you want to refresh it. You can do this with a refresh spray. A lot of brands will have a refresh spray, but what I personally like to do is use a curl cream or a mousse, and I'll dilute it with a little bit of water, and then I'll glide it over my hair. And that usually is all I need for a refresh. Just that small amount of product and water will reactivate the product and water already in your hair, and it'll just help minimize frizz and just leave you bouncy again. The second way to fix frizz is to try to stretch out your wash days. You feel like you need to re-wet your hair every day because you are re-wetting your hair every day. So try to go at least 3 days before washes, whether you're shampooing or just re-wetting, to keep your curls soft and frizz-free. Number 3, use moisture-rich products. This is essential. Deep conditioners, leave-in conditioners, juicy curl creams, they are going to help lock in moisture and reduce frizz. And if you need a product recommendation, look no further. This is the Marc Strictly Curls Curl Envy Cream. It is a curly hair staple. So many curly girls use and love this, and it is now inside of Curls Monthly as of November 2025. And if you're not watching this in November 2025, you can actually customize your mailer to put this in it while supplies last. This cream is perfect for all curl types. It is the perfect, great, pinnacle of a curl cream. It's made to tame even the most frizzy curls. It will tame your frizz. If you use this correct and you still have frizz, you're an alien. It will tame your frizz. It really defines and softens your curls. They have cetyl alcohol, cetearyl alcohol, which are great to moisturizers. They also have shea butter in this, which is one of the thickest, juiciest moisturizers that exist in this world. This is a thick and juicy curl cream. It'll give you a nice, soft, natural hold. If you like more of a shiny, crunchy hold, that gives you a good gel cast, you will have to use a gel with this. They also have a really good gel from this line that you could pair that with. It's gonna smooth hair, control your frizz completely, repels humidity, and it will just give you that all-day moisture that your curls need. For optimal use, you definitely want to apply this to soaking wet hair, especially if you are somebody that has more of a type 3 or 4 curl pattern. So I would rake it into your soaking wet hair, then brush it through so it touches every single strand, and then you can scrunch your hair. You can just leave it like that if you prefer more volume. But like I said, if you want to add a mousse or a gel, the Marc Strictly Curls mousse or gel is a great thing to pair this with. It will give you an amazing wash day, especially if you're following all the other tips on this video. Highly recommend. So excited that this is in Curls Monthly. Now, if your wash day turns out frizz-free, but you ended up with flat roots, here's how to fix flat roots. So what is flat roots? Basically when your roots stick to your scalp and just look flat. What causes this? Number one, products on your root. I actually recommend not applying products directly to your roots for a few reasons. First of all, it can be really bad for your scalp health and it can affect your hair growth, especially if a product isn't formulated for your scalp, which does happen a lot. Second of all, it just will leave your roots looking greasy and weighed down, and that's going to lead to those flat, greasy looking roots. For the most part, you really just want to put shampoos and like scalp treatments on your scalp. Everything else should be applied focusing it on your mids and your ends and kind of staying away from that like first inch of your scalp and your roots. The second cause for flat roots is just improper styling technique. Not lifting at the roots when you're brushing, or not even scrunching all the way up to your roots, just kind of scrunching from here down. All of that can lead to flat roots. And the third is definitely your diffusing technique. Like if you have a bad diffusing technique, especially if you're cup diffusing, it can really lead to flat roots. Diffusing is probably the most important step when you do it right to get that volume at your roots. So you need to diffuse correctly. So how do you fix flat roots? Number one, only apply products to your mids and your ends. Focus your styling products on your mids and your ends and avoid the first like inch or two of your roots. Number two, by root clipping your roots or by finger lifting. So they have like these little things called root clips that you can clip on your root. You can also just basically use like any clip, like people use claw clips and they put them there. But you basically do that while your hair is drying to create that like lift and volume. I like to also do it with alligator clips. And basically what I'll do is I'll get the alligator clips and I'll put them right next to my part on either side of my part, and that will give me some really nice lift right there. And then the third thing is diffusing upside down is going to give you a lot more leverage at your roots. All I'll do is I'll flip my hair over, and then I will like literally take the diffuser and cup diffuse it, bringing it all the way up to my roots. And then I'll hold it there for a good 45 seconds before I move on to the next section. And that will really make sure that that root area gets that hold to it. Okay, so that's flat roots. So you made it past day one. You woke up on day two and your curls just look bad. Why is that? So here's the next issue, day two curls looking bad. What is it? It depends on your hair, but typically day two curls looking bad could either look like maybe dry, flat, limp, just not curly and juicy like they did the day before. Definitely it can be caused by not protecting your curls at night. Without protection from like sleep protection, friction can definitely cause frizz and breakage and things like that. And then the second is skipping refreshes, which I'll talk about in a second, but there's actually a bonus one too I wanna mention. If your hair is unbalanced, meaning you're not styling it for your softness or your roughness, it's never gonna last past day two. So make sure to address those initial problems as well. So how do you fix this? Number one, like I said, protect at night. I will never go to sleep on a regular pillowcase. I will always use a silk pillowcase, but bonus points, I actually will put a silk bonnet over my hair because I think that that helps keep my hair more in place. You can also do like a pineapple at the top of your head with a silk scrunchie around it. I've done lots of videos on sleeping specifically, so make sure to check those out. And the second thing you wanna do is refresh your hair in the morning. A little refresh can go a long way, so use a refreshing spray or diluted amount of curl cream with some water and scrunch that into your hair, and you'd be shocked at how much that can revive your hair. And finally, we've reached our very last curl problem, damaged curls. What are damaged curls? Damaged curls often look dull, frizzy, or dry, and or they'll be like flattened. Maybe it'll be like curly and then at the end it'll be straight. Maybe your curls used to be curlier and they're like flatter than they are now because you've done a lot of straightening and things like that. And it's due to a lack of elasticity and moisture. What causes this? Well, damage. So heat damage, chemical damage, or mechanical damage. These break the protein bonds in your hair, leaving curls stretched, limp, frizzy, just all the things you don't want. Healthy hair is good hair. So if your hair is healthy, your hair is good. So how do you fix damaged hair? There is a type of hair that is damaged of no return, so I will say that. But for the most part, here are some ways you can fix it. Number one, bond builders. Use products with bond repair technology. Typically things that are like pre-poo treatments, pre-poo bonding treatments are very popular in the bonding world, but this day and age, basically any product can have bond building ingredients. I've seen gels with it, mousses with it, etc., etc. Number two, skip heat styling. Heat can further damage the cuticle and break your hair bonds. So give your curls a break from diffusing and flat ironing or curling wands for a few weeks or months. Even better. Number three, if you are very damaged, air dry when possible. Avoid the diffuser, it'll cause more frizz and more damage if you're using heat. So we are on like a total healthy hair journey if this is you. Which brings me to number four, just let your curls breathe. Less is more. You don't want to overload your curls with like too much. Styling them every day is just going to cause even more mechanical breakage and friction and things like that. So instead, adopt a super easy and low effort curl routine with like no manipulation and stress. Honestly, using something like a curl cream like this is so great for your hair to use as a one and done product. It's lightweight enough that it won't weigh your hairs down, but it also will protect against that frizz. Keep your curls hydrated, just scrunch it in and leave it alone. Let your curls live. Be hands off. Touching it too much will just be more mechanical damage. Just let them breathe. And there we have it. Those are the 6 common curl mistakes and exactly how to fix them. If you think I missed one, drop it in the comments below and maybe I'll make a video on it. And again, if you're looking for a great curl cream and to style your curls in an easy way, the Marc Anthony Strictly Curls Curl Envy Cream is your girl, which, like I said, is available through Curls Monthly. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.